What's up, my fellow creepers and things that go bumping tonight? Welcome back to another episode of Creature Tonight. I apologize that I've been gone for so long, but let's dive right into this, guys. The 2024 Speak No Evil.
You guys have been
just a breath of fresh air. Oh, well, that is very sweet of you to say.
This is a remake of a more recent film of, I believe it's in 2022, of the Danish Speak No Evil, which I haven't seen, which I am going to, so I could bring you a review and maybe I can make them a comparison and see who did it better. But essentially, this couple who's been having marital problems meets another couple on a vacation, and they just kind of hit it off. They become friends, but even still, like, just looking at them, you can tell like something's quite off of them. And then certain incidents, it's not like they hung out throughout the entire day of the vacation. It was like moments like dinner here and there, or they may have met up, and even then the mask is slipping off. Like, you could see like hints of something may be off, like their true selves are coming through, because I feel like with people like in this mindset, there is no normalcy. Like, there is no normal for these people, so they try to act normal. Same thing with Trap. They try to act like what they think is normal, but it just can never convincingly be normal, just because, again, they just don't know what it's about. But going with that, seeing the dad who just gives off straight masculinity, the woman who gives off very submissive to her husband, and then the child who doesn't speak, but you could tell, like, dude, he looks like he has a lot to say. And I know once we revealed that his tongue is cut off, like, okay, now it makes sense they did it to silence him. But going through it, one thing, James McAvoy, I love his performance. He did such an amazing job. Ever since I seen him in Split, I have loved him. He just has so much range.
Oh, well, that is very sweet of you to say.
And I feel like because of that beast role, he fucking stayed jacked. Because through this whole film, he was just gigantic. Again, he was like a manly man. And then hearing his childhood trauma throughout the film, you get it. Like, he was raised by a manly man. You know, you don't cry. Men don't cry. You suck it up. You just power through it. But it almost comes off as just like, just being an asshole. I don't believe there is like toxic masculinity. My uncle actually explained, a shout out to Random, that toxic masculinity exists in prisons because it's men trapped around men, and they have to go above and beyond and outdo the other manly man to try to survive in this fucking environment that is set up to get you killed and keep you in the system, in my opinion.
What did he say?
Out here, it is just men being men, but there are those assholes who take it above and beyond and just do too much with it. And I feel like that's what happened here. But that's also what took me out of this film, is the couple that we are introduced to, like the main stars. It's them having problems. They're actually having marital problems because the mom kind of, I don't care what anybody fucking says, it's stepping outside of their marriage, that she was sexting somebody from her child's school, and he found out about it on found out about it on her phone. So they're having issues, but she's trying to apologize. Which, again, to go off a little tangent, if you're willing to stick it out, you truly love this person. This goes for both, like for the man mainly, just because he couldn't move past it. Like, if you set out to commit to something, like, okay, we're gonna work this out, we're gonna do something, you can't live in the past. You do have to live. You have to let go of certain things. Like, you gotta forgive, but don't forget. It's always gonna be in the back of your mind. I'm sorry, it always is. But if you made a commitment that you're going to stick it out, fine. Just don't constantly bring it up. Don't constantly throw it in the face. You can't do that. You're never going to move on. You're never going to do anything in life. So it's better to, if you can't get past it, just admit it at that moment and just leave. Or even if y'all do try it, you know what? I can't do it. Leave and part ways. Y'all just being toxic for each other, and it's not a great environment for for the child. Okay. Going back into it, I just hate that they do that, because they do have a really masculine man, and then they have this really like feminine guy who just gets pushed around. And he's get pushed around not only by the masculine man, but by the masculine man's wife and his own wife. They just kind of bully him. And even when he has manly events like screaming out to let all your problems out, or having manly bonding time with James McAvoy through the film, he's still just a fucking pussy. And I hated it. I hate that they're doing this in the films, because he is a dad. He didn't even have a redeeming moment to where, okay, now my family is in danger. I have to step up. I have to do my manly duties and protect them and do all that I can. he didn't even have that moment. He just was a bitch to the whole thing. And then the little kid ended up jumping ahead. The kid ended up having to kill James McAvoy because he killed his parents. So yeah, we find out, once they get invited to this cabin to go spend time with them. Okay, yeah, they're just after our identity. They're after our child. They're after our money and all that situation. And it even turns out to be like James McAvoy is kind of a pedo because he got his wife at a young age and kind of conditioned her, and now he's, in my opinion, kind of looking for the next victim. Essentially, he's gonna raise their little daughter to be brainwashed to, keep him satisfied, to protect him and service him. So it double-edged sword all around. I just didn't like that they're doing this in the films lately. That it's just taking out the whole dad role. A dad is essential as much as the mother, in my opinion. That they both need to be in the child's life, and they both need to be in the child's life in order for that child to succeed and be in life. Not saying that people who have had either or didn't make it, but it's just saying, like, in a typical household, I feel like both is needed to be present in some sort of way. I'm just being honest, because I've seen both traits of both examples of each one. So I mean, to each his own. But yeah, guys, it was really great. James McAvoy was the best part, in my opinion. Just the way he came off, his extreme masculinity, and he's just a great actor. He has such fucking range. I have to see the Danish one to see what they changed or what was improved in whatever case. But it was a gripping thing. I feel like there was a lot of examples of like lingering shots, again, kind of hinting off of Long Legs and Skinamarink, that those long drawn out shots, like unnecessarily long, on a certain reaction or certain action of a character that just made you feel uncomfortable and put you in that mind space. It made you uncomfortable as if you're really in that scenario with that person, facing that person, and this is like how we would react on a normal basis. So I really enjoy films that are doing that. Like, shout out to like Long Legs, Oddity, which I still have to review, guys. Keep an eye out on that. And Skinamarink. So like, I feel like that's like where it's gonna go now. I know I missed a lot of films, guys. I'm gonna catch up. I should make a video on TikTok or something to explain where the hell I fucking been, because it's been a roller coaster, and it is a tale. It can be a short film, just being honest. But guys, keep a lookout for more reviews coming your way. Check out my TikTok below. It does have my spoiler-free reviews on there. This is my spoiler review, guys. And let me know what you want to see next. Shout out to Rod if you're seeing this, bro. I got your message. I will be reviewing the Terrifiers, all three of them, so keep an eye out for that, guys. Yeah, like I always say, if you're not sinning, you're not having fun. Beware the moon, guys.